Hi guys, this is your Berry. Welcome to an exhilarating road trip to Mulayangiri, the highest peak in Karnataka. This is very pleasant and scenic drive from the Chikmagalur town, filled with misty forest, hairpin bends, and breathtaking viewpoints. We'll also share some essential travel tips along the way, so stay tuned and enjoy the journey of this trip. As we leave Chikmagaluru, the road starts winding through dense coffee plantations and rolling green hills. One most important tip while setting your destinations in Google Maps, make sure you enter Mulayangiri car parking as your final stop. This will ensure you don't get misdirected. So there is a first checkpost which is known as Kaimara Forest Checkpost, where every vehicle entering to Mulayangiri Forest region must stop here for the entry check. There is a small fee collected for the forest maintenance, and they strictly check for plastic bottles. So if you're carrying any plastic, make sure to declare it and dispose of it responsibly. As we drive past the checkpost, the road narrows and the real adventure begins. The morning mist is so thick that visibility can drop to almost zero. When you reach near the peak, the visibility is completely gone, guys. If you're driving early in the day, be extra cautious as the winding mountain roads can be tricky. The fog, however, adds a magical touch, making it feel like you are driving through the clouds. On your morning drive, you can find a couple of villages on the way, so you can have a cup of coffee in the nearby. So once you reach the guard sections, you don't find any food items there until you reach the Mulangiri. So you can have one hot cup of coffee here just to awaken the morning. And be cautious while driving in this guard section road, guys. And more overall, like the distance from the Chikmagalur to the Mulangiri peak is like 30 kilometers, and in the entire distance the road is well maintained, and two lanes roads is available there till the near the Baba Budangiri deviation. Till there the road is perfectly fine, but last like 4 to 5 kilometers the road is a bit like two lanes road, and it's very like tricky road there since the vehicles would be parked on the roadside. So you need to be more cautious while driving there. If you are like beginners, I wouldn't prefer driving in the guard sections. So in case if you are like not comfortable driving there, so till the Sri Sita Layangiri Gudi, you can drive till there and stop your vehicle there and hire a jeep for last like 4 to 5 kilometers.
In the corner of my room I sit and dream out loud. Thoughts drifting like a lazy cloud, hazy but proud. Scribbled notes in a careless stack, heart beating slow. In my lo-fi cocoon where the time loses its glow. Tune me into the static, just let the rhythm flow. Waves of calm and magic, watch the world go slow. Lost in the ebb and current, where worries float away. Let the beats take over, night replaces day. Laptop lights flicker, dancing shadows by the wall. Buzzing in the quiet like a distant city call. Earbuds in ears, soundscapes, painting skies. Chasing constellations in mocha-colored eyes. Tune me into the static, just let the rhythm flow. Waves of calm and magic, watch the world go slow. Lost in the ebb and current, where worries float away. Let the beats take over, night replaces day. No rush, no fuss, just a dreamy kind of state. Thoughts like fireflies lighting up the gray. Sketching thoughts on mist, not knowing what's beneath. Every note a journey, every lyric a new breath. Tune me into the static, just let the rhythm flow. Waves of calm and magic, watch the world go slow. Lost in the ebb and current, where worries float away. Let the beats take over, night replaces day. A rush, no rush, dust, just a dreamy kind of state. Thoughts like fireflies lighting up the gray, sketching thoughts on mist, not knowing what's beneath every note, a journey, every lyric, a new breath. Tune me into the static, just let the rhythm flow. Waves of calm and magic, watch the world go slow. Lost in the ebbing current, where worries float away. Let the beats take over, night replaces day.
As we continue our journey, we now reach Sitalayangiri, a beautiful spot situated on the way to Mulayangiri. The drive up the winding roads of Chandradrona Hill offers some of the most mesmerizing views, especially early in the mornings when the mist is rolling over the valleys. Sitalayangiri is not just a viewpoint, it's also a great trekking base. Several visitors park their vehicles here and trek to Mulayangiri, which is about 3 kilometers away. If you are for a short trek though the clouds, this is the great option. Apart from being a scenic stop, Sitalayangiri is also a sacred pilgrimage site. There is a small quiet temple dedicated to Sitala Mallikarjuna Swami. The name of Sita in Kannada means dam. The true to its name, the Shivlanga here is always surrounded by water. Local consider this highly revered spiritual site. Next to the temple, there is also a small cave adding to the mystical aura of this place. The surrounding forests are home to wild orchids and unique flowers, making it paradise for nature lovers as well. And in case if you're not an experienced driver, I would say park your vehicles here and take a jeep right to the Mulayangiri. There is a jeep service also available at this location from here.
One day ஞானத்தின் சாம்ராஜ்யத்தில் ஒரு மெல்லிசை கலப்போடு எதிரொலிக்கிறது. தைரியம் மற்றும் வீரம் கொண்ட பாடல் ஷிமாஸ் என்ற பெயரில் ஒலிக்கிறது. போர் வீரர்கள் ஒற்றுமையுடன் எழுகிறார்கள், அவர்களின் வாள்கள் ஒளியில் பிரகாசிக்கின்றன. இசை ஒலிக்க அவர்கள் இரவில் அணிவகுத்து செல்கிறார்கள். பள்ளத்தாக்குகள் மற்றும் மலைகள் வழியாக அவர்களின் விதி வெளிப்படுகிறது. நித்திய சாம்ராஜ்யத்தின் புனைவுகள் இன்னும் சொல்லப்படாத கதைகளில் ஒவ்வொரு ஹீரோவின் இதயத்திலும் ஷிமாஸின் ஆவி உள்ளது. துணிச்சலானவர்கள் மட்டுமே முன்னேற துணியும் இருளில் அவர்களை வழி நடத்துகிறார்கள். இசை வீங்கும் போது உள்ளுக்குள் ஒரு சக்தி எழுகிறது. வலிமை மற்றும் ஆர்வத்தின் சிம்பொனி, பாவத்தின் மீதான வெற்றி. எனவே உங்கள் குரல்களை உயர்த்துங்கள், பாடல் உங்கள் வழிகாட்டியாக இருக்கும். ஏனென்றால் ஷிமாஸ் என்ற பெயரில் நாம் பிரிக்கக்கூடிய அனைத்தையும் வெல்வோம். நித்திய சாக்குகள் மற்றும் மலைகள் வழிகள் என்றென்றும் பாடுவோம். எங்கள் போர்களின் ஆடம்பரத்தில் வெற்றி வளையத்தின் இசைக்கு. ஏனென்றால் ஒவ்வொரு வீரனின் இதயத்திலும் மரபு நிலைத்திருக்கும். ஷிமாஸ் என்ற பெயரில் ஒரு பாடல் என்றும் குறையாது.
And one main thing is, if you want to talk about the parking here, something that can make or break your experience. If you want hassle-free parking, it's best to reach here early. We arrived around like say 8 a.m. here in the morning, and the parking was already full. We had to park a little distance away on the roadside, which required careful maneuvering. Later in the day, the parking situation becomes even more chaotic with crowds and impatient drivers. So, if you're reaching later, it's best to park your car at the Sitalayanagiri car parking, where the road is wider and easier to park. From there, you can take a jeep ride up to here Mulangiri. And the jeep drivers are so crazy here. They drive too fast in this Ghat road, and it's very risky as well here. As we finally climb, as we finally reach the base of Mulangiri, we begin our short but steep climb of about like 300 steps. One thing to note is it's extremely windy at the top, and the day when we visited, it's covered fully with the fog, and the visibility was almost zero, guys. Even when we visited early in the morning, so there was like no use to enjoy the sunrise also here. Since the day was fully covered with fog, we couldn't enjoy the sunrise. But it provides an experience like no other, whether it's the thrilling drive, the spiritual vibe, or the breathtaking views from the top. This is a must visit destination for nature lovers, road trip enthusiasts, and trekkers. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more travel adventures. See you in the next one. Until then, take care. Bye bye.